Hello, hello, hello. Today I'd like to talk to you about transitioning. Transitioning. The dictionary defines transitioning as a process or period of change from one state to another. That's transitioning. And there are many words that we can use to explain transition. One of such words is change. Change. Change is synonym to transition, progress, development. And I even came across a word that says change over. And what came to my mind? For those of us in countries where we use generator as alternative power supply, and when we need to switch from one power supply to the other, we do something we call change over. Change over. Now, during this period, you cut off the power supply and then you switch to the next one. So there are three stages. The power supply stage, the stage of the power supply that you're using at the moment, then the middle, the stage where you cut off all power supply, and then the other alternative power supplies at the other hand. So your switch moves in three stages, from one to the middle where you cut off and to the end. And it dawned on me that this is where a lot of people are, the point of changing over. First of all, let me point something to you that you're going to be transitioning all your life. So if you do not like process, you may not enjoy your life. Come to think of it, when you were born a baby, and your body has been transitioning from that day. As a matter of fact, from the day you were conceived, your body has been undergoing change upon change at different levels. This tells you that the one thing that we cannot run away from is process. 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 And that's what life is all about. All your life you'll be going through process. When you feel that you have attained, another process will begin. So when do we live exactly if we do not like to go through process? When do you start to live if all you look forward to is when you will not be undergoing any form of process or change? And let me point out that change can be very uncomfortable. So I don't know where you are now, transiting from and where you are going. But I know one thing, just when you feel you have attained, another process will begin. So when do you start to live? And this is what the whole concept of coming alive is. Can you find a point where you can truly live, be happy, and be your best despite the fact that you are looking forward to something? Yes, there's an end, but we cannot live life with a destination mentality. Oh, when I finally graduate. Oh, when I have a child. Oh, when I finally get that job. Oh, when the world begins to hear my voice. We cannot suspend our joy and happiness for those times. It means we have to find a way to live and live to the fullest, despite the fact that we are transiting. We have to maintain the attitude that will help us to transit successfully. Because the attitude you have will determine how you transit and where you end up. So, my first advice to you today is embrace this process. Embrace it. Having understood that your whole life you will be transiting, embrace it and accept the inadequacies, accept what is not enough, accept what you have abundance of, and decide to make the best use of these things. Yes, there's a saying that goes that necessity is the mother of invention. Do you know what this means? It means that at every point in time, Your creativity is tied to what is not available or is not sufficient that you need. So you have a need, there's something not sufficient. Remember that necessity is the mother of invention. It means you can create your own despite the fact that what you have is not the same as what may be required. Necessity is the mother of invention. We are not going to dull our creativity. You're not supposed to dull your creativity and suspend your achievement for when everything is all right. As a matter of fact, there's no time that everything will be all right. There's no time that everything will be absolutely fine. You will have occasions that it looks as if you are resting, but as long as your desire is to get better, to improve, and to do better than you did yesterday, then everything will not always be all right. But your success will be in how well you decide to make the best of what is available to you or the circumstance you find yourself in and bring good out of it. So, my advice, remember, is embrace change. Embrace process. Be excited about it. Be at home with it. Don't feel inadequate. Don't feel insufficient. Just be at home with process, because your whole life you will be transitioning. Thank you.